Even feel like someone crystalline. That was, I don't know what that is. That is not a pear. Yo, what's going on, guys? We have some time for everybody to get in here. I have another one that I bought at the same time. Tastes fine. That's what I get every time I leave out of here. Excuse me. Just 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes, guys. ain't right with this, man. That is not. It's like somebody. I don't know, man. Faggots. All right. So what's going on, guys? You see, I have up there. I have cathedrals and so-called mountains, but you see, I have the Devil's Tower named by the Vatican, right? That's a tree stump. I don't care. I've been to it. That is nothing but a tree stump. What I was attempting to find, it seems like they just changed things up. Okay. Let's see if this will do it. Oh boy. They really are. Okay, here we go. This might do it. Okay, I'm going to go to images. See if I can pull it up. I'm going to show you all in here. I'm not doing, I'm not doing impatient and video and all that. Okay, let me see. I'm going to download a lot of crap. Okay. I want y'all to pay attention because they keep telling you lies. They have you believing in something that don't exist. And well, they don't want me to download that, do they? Let's see, did it download? Okay, I got that. Unomos. Leave that alone. You're bugging, cuz. Download. It's not wanting me to download. Oh, okay, got it. How many times did I download it? I didn't want it that many times. That was kind of right. All right, so no, let's go ahead and I'm gonna show you. They even claim this to be the world's largest petrified tree, and yet if you go and read all the quacks who haven't been notified that they are letting it be known that it is a petrified tree, they'll tell you, no, it's not. Yet there are patterns to petrified trees that exist. And I told you on certain mezzanines, I've been up to the top and I've seen these petrified trees. You would think it's all desert way it's set up out here. And I keep expressing to you there's a grand war. Okay? There's a grand war. And people have a hard time dealing with that because it messes with their fanciful world of lies that their conviction lays in. All right, I'm trying to find the ones that is. Here we go. This is a good one. They're never going to allow a top to be seen as far as the monolithic size structures. Okay, so first of all, the patterns of the cathedral, which is called Rose Bowl, or there's a number of different terms that they use for these things. A wheel window, rose bowl, it's different things. But it's also some more geometric stuff they give it. Forget all those patterns. Those patterns have everything to do with healing. The way the buildings are constructed. I have some pictures that I want to share with you. I've shared some before, as far as based on Tartary and everything, because that's what they are. They are not cathedrals. They are not churches. That is the perversion of the liars themselves. You know that when you see this, the first thing that comes, let me see if this is Alamy. I can't really enlarge it the way they're set up. This one I can. Let's see if we can get a side view here. Excuse me. Okay, yeah. This right here. It's based upon frequencies, okay? It's based upon healing. Why am I saying that? And you see the one from Alamy, that's around early 1900s, right? Well, it's colored and everything, but still. Okay? And there's many, many more. Why am I saying that? Because you still have these idiots standing in there with these white cloaks, groomed fashion, Maybe some of them actually believing in their Jesus and all the other crap. And hey, man, if that's your parlay, then so be it. Cool. All right. But they were sinners for healing. And if you don't know that, and the proper people, when they call them shamanistic or whatever, aren't in there, your people aren't in there who built these great mausoleum type buildings. We're going to use that term right now, but that's not even it. They were all over. Okay? All over. How can you heal when the whole system is about poisoning you, killing you? Their homes are hermetically sealed and they got all these good things, and a lot of them aren't even out top. When you see them go, you think they're sitting up in the house or for parties and stuff? Yeah, for the perversions that they have. But 9 times out of 10, they're not up here. Why do I say that, right? All right, well, this is a should have start picture, right? You can pull up the number 1243 78 47 13, right? See that right there? That's a petrified tree stump. Okay? They call it Devil's Tower. That's not its name. Devil's Tower alludes to what? Right? What does it allude to? Keep you away, right? Because of your ignorance. That right there is what they did, so-called third kind, whatever you want to call it. Here is another one, which I've seen some like these in my travels, right? See that? Okay. Let's see if we got something else here. Petrified tree stump, people. Kind of reminds you of something there? Huh? But they wanted to have everybody believed for a long time. Now they don't care because they're on a full swing of murder. Now, you remember how it looks on the inside. Some of you may have seen this when you burn trees and you get that coal and it breaks apart in these little octagonal shapes. It's from a petrified tree, people. The very same thing that they wanted you to believe, it did not. Okay? Why am I saying that? Well, the church is part of the problem, which is obvious. And let's go ahead and read this before I get carried away. I have a PDF that I was looking for. All right, so let's go to the... Remember I always talking about the Theosophical Society and where it originated in Hindustan, this, that, and other? Well, I asked y'all to research this and nobody said anything. An American Philosophical Society. I had to go and dig for this because it's deep. You want to know what your problem is. And we always want to sit here talking about Zionism. That name, that term, you cannot pull it up. You will never pull it up because the people you see on the surface, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, the Rothschilds, they're the faces that are allowed to be seen. They are the ones. That's why I was reading the Heaven Bearers. All right? They have their watchers. What would make anybody do that? Well, your guess is good as mine, but I can tell you that it's very perverse. You dig what I'm saying? So let's talk about a good friend of ours. Son went to the Wicker Man burning. Don't do that. How can you sit there, Christianity? This is when you don't let go of the world they created. Christianity, and all this other stuff. But the Wicker Man was purportedly a large wicker statue in which the Druids, priests of Celtic paganism. This is not long time ago. Well, I fall helping for a reason, but we were literally everywhere. And the diagnosis of why I'm reading that one book in the PDF, let's pull it up. I haven't read it in a little while, and there's good reasons, all right? So don't get it twisted, all right? I have my reasons for everything that I do. Excuse me. Don't worry, it's all highlighted. I know where to go. I'm just letting it load up. The Algonquin conquest of the Mediterranean region of 11,500 years ago. That's why I'm pretty hard on these Mongols and Mongolians who don't know nothing. Now, we know that our brother gave us the book, Muslims and Christians in Britain, and the other one. All right, a beloved brother, Curmio, right? Excellent read. We're far from done from reading it. Excuse me. Yes. But ancient modern, this book right here, Ancient and Modern Britons. People have a hard time acquiescing this information because they only know what they're told. And with that, they'll fight to the death with. It shouldn't be that way. There's a Pelican dude who had a video. Somebody shared it, but I've seen it already. He know me, right? People share all kind of stuff. Where he's talking about the government is the issue, and you got Chinese, black, white, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, stop with the white and black shit already. You got fighters who look as pale as day, talking about they're brown people because they speak Spanish, and then boxers who are visually brown, and you're calling them black. The hypocrisy and the ludicrousy because they want to talk about hair texture. Like, this is the fools. Like, anybody that listens to them, and I'm not saying have a hateful heart. That's not how you solve the problems. They are hypocritically sick. Now, I can pull up medically straight hair comes from a disease. I'm not lying. Yeah, it does. It's not so straight because I brush mine because it's wavy. You know, it looks like when I don't brush it like this and put water and brush it and then hit it with old black seed oil, you know, that's what I do, right? It's wavy, right? Some people's just curly, and up under here it's a little curly. It's much curlier on the sides. I wasn't back there 16 generations, great grandparents telling them who to hump. Okay, what I'm saying is it's genetic, a genetic flaw. Is it bad? No, it is what it is. Many of our people all over Earth have straight hair, and it's not because somebody slept with some pale skin. But anyway, the Wicked Man was purportedly a large wicker statue in which the Druids, priests of Celtic paganism, sacrificed human and animals by burning them in the arms and stuff, and in the body. The main evidence for this practice is a sentence by Roman general Julius Caesar, and we know that all this is rewritten and redirected history to keep people stuck in religion. In his commentary of the Gallic War, 1st century BC, 1st century, which modern scholarship has linked to an earlier Greek writer, Poseidonus. Human sacrifices aren't ancient. That's a fall away from the grace of who we are. Yeah, our people partook in that crap. That's how we felt. And to a degree. But it was more or less the enemy, the ones you see running around calling themselves Zionists and this, that, and other. Those are the ones who really were about that. In order to get rid of people, you had to create something. You had to have the youth looking on after you have conditioned them for a short period of time. Ergo, how we got the education system now, we have all the A, B, C, D, L, M, N, O, P community and this, that, and other, against the parents' will, without them even knowing it was happening. The poisoning of the food, the blinding, and not just the melancholy of it all, but the change of the manuscript of how the brain performs, the slowing down, the memory forgetting, aging you faster, you know, with all the heavy metals and chemicals. And you sit there, like I was talking about the other week, talking about it takes three ingredients to make bread, and yet you go buy bread and tell me what you find on it. And then I had some scientific Negro and the black extraordinary geek, whatever that thing is on Facebook. And I said, oh, you one of them, huh? And I said, break down every chemical to flour, bleached flour, salt, and the so-called yeast and other crap that's utilized in there to make the bread. First of all, there's only two chemicals that allude to that, and it says salt and it says yeast. All the chemicals that are added to this stuff, this is what they pushed back in the 90s and 80s, was for longevity, shelf life. What do we need shelf life for if people are starving and people need to eat right now? Homeless people need food on the streets. See, people want to be smart, but they can't be rational. Don't tell me you're in a Christian playing Christian music and then you go on the Wicked Man burning because everybody's doing it, having a drink and a brew and a blah, 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 when you don't even know where you're putting your energy. This is, you know, when you just want to get a Saturnina and stuff like that, right? So check this out. I'm not going to tap on these things because they're all going to be mostly live, but human sacrifice is a real thing. It's still ongoing. There is some archaeological evidence of human sacrifice among Celtic peoples, Although it is rare, the ancient Greco-Roman sources are now regarded somewhat skeptically, considering it is likely they were eager to transmit on any bizarre, and negative information about the Celts, as it benefited them to do so. Like I said, when I left this state, somebody came in here with a needle and shot some in there. My body has a way of getting rid of it. Anyway, the British horror film The Wicker Man, you all see that in 1973? I remember that crap. Brought The Wicker Man into popular culture. In in movies, they tell everything to change the narrative. In recent times, The Wicker Man without human or animal sacrifices have been burned at some neo-pagan ceremonies and festivals, such as Burning Man. It has also been referenced in music and art. Why are our people so compelled to do dumb things? Let's just get off of that. Let's go over here. Let's just get off of that. Saturnalia was the Roman equivalent to the earlier Greek holiday of Chronia. What is Chronia? Let's go ahead and have a look. The ancient Greek was an Athenian festival held in honor of Kronos on the 12th day of Hecatomium. This is bullshit. All this is Tartarian terminology and words they're using. In the first month of the Attic calendar and roughly equivalent to the latter part of the July and first part of August. These are Lyman terms. The festival was also celebrated in parts of Iona, and we read that in one book. That's why I allude to the fact that this is hypocrisy. And in these places, the month was called Chronia. As you have Chronian, was that as far as keeping the chronological time? Anyway, named after the festival, we're not going to say that name. Scholars usually interpret it as a celebration of the midsummer first harvest, who were known for the 5 seasons, based upon certain times of 3 periods of harvest. Anywho, let's go on from there. Celebrated during the Attic moon. Do any of y'all know what the Attic moon is? Doesn't that sound like that place above the 3rd floor where you store things or things are at and you don't go in because you're scared of it? All right, the Attic calendar or Athenian calendar, who are the Athenians, is the lunisolar calendar. What is the lunisolar calendar? Well, is a calendar in many cultures combining lunar calendars and solar calendars. The date of why would we have two anyway? Lunisolar calendars therefore indicates both the moon phase and the time of the solar year. That is the position of the sun in the Earth's sky. If the sidereal year, such as in a sidereal solar calendar, is used instead of the solar year, then the calendar will predict the constellation. What constellation? Near which the full moon may occur. What constellation are they talking about? And is an area of the celestial sphere in which a group of visible stars, forms a perceived pattern or outline, typically representing an animal, mythological subject, or inanimate objects. As I stated, up into the 1920s, the Earth was still taught to be flat for thousands and known in Tartary. Let's get off of that and let's go back some, because they have scripts even in Mandarin, to which they speak Cantonese because they really couldn't gather Mandarin. Let's go back. I love doing this. So, Hecatomium in latter midsummer, which is from the Attic month, it held theological importance for some Romans who saw it as a restoration of the ancient Golden Age. What was the Golden Age? So this article right here has multiple issues with it. I want to go ahead and download this picture to show y'all something. The Golden Age by Pietro de Cortona, Palazzo Pitti, Florence, Italy. We'll get into it. But the term Golden Age comes from the Greek mythology. All right, and we know Greek mythology is to do away with an original story and make a new story, which is myth. Make it possible as you're living today. Particularly the works and days of Hesiod, and is part of the description of temporal decline of the state of peoples through 5 ages. gold being the first and the one during which the golden race of humanity lived after the end of the first age was the silver and the Brent. And so as that fall of Tartary. And then the bronze. After this, the heroic age, with the fifth and current age being iron. So if bronze is not the original, when they say bronze tools, that's why I tell you, everything that you think you know, when people go talk to me, man, what about the bronze tool? Oh, man, get away from me. I told you about the tree that was about 300-400 years old. The pyramid was found in it. And then the other one that had metal from some kind of structure in it. In Russia, they was chopping this tree. The guy used to cut the wood to get the tables and stuff to send around. And he got to this point, he kept having a problem in there. This tree is over 300 years old. And he kept hitting something, tearing this big, long chainsaw. You know, they put the ladder and they cut these big, long things to make tables and stuff. He kept having this issue. So, you know, had the whole team, the family out there trying to find out what is this blocking it. Metal, pieces of metal they were extracting out from the tree. We're talking about shaped metal. But they want y'all to believe. Y'all, look, man, I'm doing my best to get y'all to snap about your coma, but pay attention to this, all right? Now, after this, the heroic age, with the fifth and current being the iron. Now, what was the heroic age? The Greek, why does everything got to be Greek? See, this is all they can go to, because Greek age is bullshit. Anyway, heroic age is mythology, and mythology is the period between the coming of the Greeks to Thessaly and the Greek warriors' return from Troy. The poet Hesiod identified a mythical era as one of the 5 ages of man. 5 ages of man. Didn't we discover the fact that we're in the 7th reset? We're living out the 7th the 6th reset. The 7th supposedly happened. That was the mudslide. What does that allude to? Where did that 1,000-year period come from? Is that steeped in the 6th reset and man taking over? Hold on. What we think. And others such as Sophocles and Aeschylus and Euripides. I can't even pronounce that damn name. I don't want to. The Greek heroes can be grouped into an approximate mythic chronology. These we're talking about. We're going to a point. We're talking about giant humans, no more and no less. So we're not going to get into all the early heroes, but by extension, Gold Age denotes a period of primordial peace, harmony, stability, and prosperity. During this age, peace and harmony prevailed in that people did not have to work to feed themselves, for the earth provided food in abundance. We're talking about the Grand Tartary, people. But they have to hide that and give you Plato and all this other bullshit. Let me go and show you this picture before we keep moving on. I find it very important. That's what the hell they want to do with you. They want to have your asses, women locked up with getting the boo-boo knocked out of them by nasty mother suckers. So this in turn infers a painting for rewriting history, to whitewash history. Nobody look like that. Nobody. Okay? Based upon their fictional century to when they created it. Whew, if that's the case, then this would be the original person. We're going to leave that right there. Because I said, like you have people who want to always argue and debate and argue. I mean, if they want to keep the pictures real, by the years represented, hello. So do we have to always go to Australia and the Fijis and certain places, islands? Even Easter Island, the ones they slaughtered over there, the damn British, right? They had strong, thick, black, long hair. And some had curly. As dark as midnight. Oh, that's right. They still haven't freed up the fact that they slaughtered them people over there. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay, that's their problem. Because you know they're cowards. Now, let's go back to its entirety. Anyway, so when the world was ruled by Saturn, that's the Golden Age. When the world was ruled by Saturn, who is Saturn? Well, we know it's a deity, as far as they want us to believe that. Saturn's something real. If you want to allude it to being Hasatan, Satan, Saturn, okay? for those who get all into that shit. Not denoting something. I'm just saying most people aren't paying attention. The Napoleonists, the Neoplatonist philosopher Porphyry interpreted the freedom associated with Saturnalia as symbolizing the freeing of souls into mortality. That means death, motherfuckers. See, this is what I'm saying. If you really read, and hey, DJ, what's going on? And pay attention, you will see this stuff. I'm not going to throw everything out there, but I'm just putting you in a direction to pay attention. So when you're sitting there talking about, I'm going to celebrate Christmas, so get your Burning Man together. Go and think about what do you really know about the Iron Age, which is bullshit. It's all in reverse. Iron, you need to get all the impurities out, and then to make something really strong, add impurities in that are not common to where the iron came from. Up and folded about 100 goddamn, well, 16, 20 if you want to make some Japanese samurai side, which that's not even their shit. It's stolen from the Anu people, to which they didn't have that. They went over there blowing shit up like they came here doing to us. Anywho, if you want to practice your little Christmas, get into these little bullshit fake Celtic, because once they killed off the majority of the Twa people in Ireland and Scotland, that's what you get. The Algonquin, our original forefathers who founded so-called Europe, which is named after even Georgia, when they killed off the Bolshevik and the Longswords, creating their false narrative of the ghettos and everything else, called with these fake Jews, when they were already controlling, because they killed Lincoln, when they killed off the Khazarians and took their identity, call themselves Khazars. That's why they're not Khazarian. Even in the Bible, it's Asherites themselves, to which if you want to add them to Canaan, which they're nothing to do with Canaan or Ham. This is all their mythologically made bullcrap to stir the pot and keep people divided and separated. I mean, how can you call yourself a Muslim in Pakistan and India and all that, when you got this little time when you get these little boys and you make them dance and pop their hips, and then have sex with them? I want to know something. Somebody talk to me. Iran, different. You hang gay people, but you let people transition and still maybe have their little weenie, and some of you men sleep with them. You're Sephardic and crypto Jews. I want to know, somebody give me the truth, because see, I know the inside out. The perversions and the lackey of worthless Negroes, and I'm going to use that word, of these pastors and ministers who will not come and pay attention. I have more respect for the pale-skinned Christians than I do for the nigger Christians. Except for the goofy racist commodity of fools. Most people will suffer through pain and watch their families murdered in North Korea on an experiment bed in China. Following God practitioners who became Christians, I have uttermost respect for them. But I see what these niggas do when they go to these damn places. They call these temples of perversions, they call jails. The trees were forebearers of history, a mark not of the beast of parasitical inversion. Upside down, inverted. The churches were a place of healing, not of despair and robbery and thievery, with homosexuality and everything else that goes with it. This is nothing new what I'm saying, people. I'm proving to you that the idiots, because you see Biden them want to control the internet now, because some of us are fucking their game up. They're doing their best to keep the numbers low and got the little goofy agents who they think, oh, I can't wait to get with them, who are going to be utterly destroyed. Not that Hebrew fake shit. All right? I'm telling you, man. Hindustan, right? It's not the place. It's not what it is. They don't even know 5 to 10% of all the stuff they yap about. You be watching these yogis, they don't have a clue. But I respect the game and I respect what they are sharing. When you get into the chakra realm, right? Ooh, and you want to get into the Ram, 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 Yam, Ham, Om. and you want to hit from the Lam to the know where the orbit truly is, that you need to be encapsulated with in the circling. And then the connection of all the universes and the worlds walking in together. But you still don't know how to let go of the world they created. They have weapons and things you have no idea about. They have people who are weak, but if they're so weak and that dumb, they should really pay attention to who they're coming against. This is not a game. I'm getting very tired of putting this information out there. Some of you know how long I've been doing it, and y'all be hitting me up going, damn, Rick, you've been saying this for so what? People are getting it. When you share it, somebody 100 miles away that I never seen me might see it. That's the beauty of it. But the problem, the ugly part of it is, we're not doing nothing. Eat no fake ass banana. I'm gonna shout y'all out. I think that's enough because I want to come back here about 4:30 and read. Six boss, beloved, Lord, why the what is she? What's going on, beloved? Mikey Cox, what's happening, beloved? Rondo, what's going on, Hakim? What's up, beloved? Tara Payne, what's going on? White Buffalo half women handed over the chanupa on the very spot your thumbnail shows. Yeah, a sad handoff. Believe me, a very sad one too. DJ, what's good, beloved? When you're done here on this plane of existence, you should meet me in the stars with Big Mama. That's the manna, bro. That's the manna. Are you aware of that? You and I are the manna. Yeah, of course, already. Situational awareness is a mofo, ain't it? It's a beautiful thing. Nothing but infinite time and space in the universe. See, they believe that they know the end and everything. This is why they're doing what they do. They actually believe they have the secret. And they don't have it. And they're not going to learn it. And nobody's going to share it. Nobody, even those entitled with it, you'll never hear them talk about it or anything else, guide people or nothing. What's that, G? Okay. Mikey Cox, got you. Marcus Williams was handed, beloved. Wild Indian, what's going on, beloved? Tribe all day, man. Yes, sir. Celtic Indian. Yeah. The origins, yes. Even Prester John, which a lot of people talk about. There's other ones that most people don't know about. I'm just waiting for them to clear that, if they pay attention. What a... Quasimodo, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Very dark figure. They whitewashed him, because, Disney's another design, a fake Jew, right? He couldn't stand us. But all the narratives and everything that made him what it is, just like Stan Lee in Hollywood, Superman and DC Comics with the other dual fake Jew boys, right? Nobody wants to hear none of it, but they don't want to go and relegate themselves. And you have people who think that it's the answer to all the comic books. I met some of the people who want to argue for days in New York. And I'm looking at them like, you idiot. And then I would just go and pull up some stuff and say, well, what about this? Oh, yeah. Well, I was like, you know what? Anything that fits your narrative, but when it comes to the truth, you have a hard time with it. But everything's taken from us. Because what the hell we want to fight for? We think everybody's going to use it for the good thing, but they want to do it. The relationship between the Jew and the Negro is the fake Jew is the lie. You're the actual Ishmaelites, the Atlanteans, however you want to sum the words up, all right, until you get to the place where you don't have to be all messed up with that and realize who you are. And they betrayed the world, and we have in ignorance allowed it. Okay? We are the beginning and the ends. Yes, Indians, you're damn right. Herbo, what's going on, Salute, beloved? What's happening? Dog Moon Goddess, peace. What's going on, beloved? Marlena Adams, hey, what's going on, mama? That's all right. As long as I'm there. Where's the old husband? I haven't seen him in a minute. JB, what's going on, beloved? Six boss. The so-called elites will never show their faces. Never. Never. That's why they got their cronies out doing what they're doing. They've been doing. Terrapin. Yeah. Indigo Flamethrower. What's up? Ucha Ucha. What's going on? It's my brother from Philly, away from there. But yo, he's got a book coming out. I think I shared it. All right. Let us know when that book hits, brother, so I can put it up. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm always about it, beloved. 6 balls. I know that. Okay. Okay. 6 balls. Infinite Grayscale. What's going on, beloved? Yes, yes. To attack the divine mother and banish herself in the lower realms of eternal life. Exactly. And there's a balance. It's not 50-50. It's not 25-75. It's not 60-40. 1 plus 1 equals 2, right? 1 times 1 multiplied. Some little Pelicans have a problem with it. 1 times. That's that. You could say it's 3 if you add 1. That means 1 more, right? But to say it's 2. That's what it is. Because you can't 0 times 1. You can't, it's infant, you can't do it. Why would 0 cancel out 1? 0 times 1 equals, they say 0. It means 1. They will say, but that alludes to addition. What is multiplication? To multiply. So if you have 0 and 1, you can't multiply it against 0. It stays 1, right? Everything people have been taught is to bring things in obscurity. So if I have 1,000 children on an island and I raise 3 generations and I tell them that red is now black and black is now red, blue is yellow and yellow is orange, you bring them 3rd generation out here about damn near about 250,000 people, a war will start. The enemy knows what they're doing because it's settledness, the love. They knew that doing this, our people will forget what love is. The only thing that's going to stop all this is real fucking love. The term, no weapon forged against shall prosper against, no weapon forged against me shall prosper. I mean, come on. Think about it. It's not, you don't have to analyze it. You know what I mean? 22-7. Let's stay with them 3-6-9s. You know what I'm saying? I got that 2-2, 7-11. But anyway, I'm not trying to crap out. That's right. And that's why I keep saying the original has a problem with being the original. And then everybody has a problem with the original. Like, as steeped in the fact, the more people you create harm and distill, not for purification, but to remove that love, the harmony is broken. So what do you get? You get this disease, this sickness, this mentality. Somebody would say, why is the Negro always trying to be love and walk hand in hand? First of all, the majority of Pelicans and other people around the world feel the same way. They would love to see that. Love. The enemy wants to break everybody to keep people separated so they fight amongst each other, and it's more bloodshed, which leads to Catalina, all the bullshit of sacrifice. What's the sacrifice that you make? You give up who you truly are, the essence of your truth, the power of who you is, for something so less and meaningless. To be caught up in a whirlwind, a circle, a vacuum, to be pulled right back, they know that much. But you lack that respect. When I was looking at the video of the idiot with the little, I was watching Black Scout Survivor, popped up, and I was looking at had a brother on, I was like, I hope he ain't showing his damn rich, you ain't showing your dumb racist kind of, you're supposed to be a solid dude. But anyway, the he's at a house, ringing a bell, car parked there, he's got a big, goofy looking blunt in his mouth, he don't take that much weed, and he's got a Glock with a switch. He's facing everything, he don't care. When people are hopeless, that's why I was talking about mobilization. As far as people setting themselves, all right, we don't want to disrupt. We're not pushing violence. To see that, I was like, bro, it's just more and more to show you. Them knucklehead Negroes in Las Vegas that killed that wonderful little pale skinned brother who looked Negro to me, but who was on his way to his father in Texas. Talking about fighting from the school, end up 2 blocks away at the dude's house. They done jump 1 or 2 people, and the guy says, hey, stop, So these little young punk asses, and they acting, I guess last I heard is 8. I don't know, hope they got them all. But the problem is, now that you've got, listen, everybody here who got an objection or you feel some kind of way, I don't mind that system. That's where you belong if you're caught with your hand in the damn cookie jar as far as I'm concerned. Because if you really know me, I'd like to, yeah. You deserve what you get. Now I'm here for people to have a little balance. All right? A little balance. And I know a lot of people get scared. I'm gonna run. Something ain't right. I saw something. I felt something. This guy, believe me, I done had somebody hit me up. Who are you? Like, shut the fuck up. Don't be stupid, because if that's the case, then you already would know. Like, stop it. I'm getting in your head. I'm manifesting, showing you how powerful you are, and you're not even being receptive and paying attention to what you're capable of. You know? I took Christmas a tux. He's a real person, too. Ucha, that's my boy, man. I'm glad you got your children. I can't wait for that book to come out. Didn't Abrahamic religion show up in the Iron Age? Yes. Just recently. That's why I said King James. Our life, who we are, was created into a fictional-ass Christian Bible that has nothing to do with anything. If you study what Christendom is in theology, and you go back to American Theosophical Society, all the way back to the ones in Hindu and the ones by the now New Age Zionists, and realize that they conspired together to subdue the original inhabitants of this earth. Whether they hybrids or not, it doesn't matter. Hybrid is a real thing, regardless of how you feel. Okay? More people coming in, can't even hit the like, but that's fine. I love you anyway. Humanity is a family affair. Interesting answer. I don't follow any religion, but that's a great, well, I appreciate it. But there's so much more. Rockefeller made up Greek mythology. Yes, he did. Well, he is just the handler. He didn't make it up. I love it. Purposes of giving us, he had many workers to create it, and that's a fact. Plato is a nigga. I saw 12 different statue heads of him, and I saw the first 4, and I'm like, well, how did it become this goofy-looking, fat-jawed motherfucker when he looked like... Who's that dude that's always running his mouth? What's that? We're gonna call him Black because he's dead to me. But I can't stand him. He has a little channel. He's always talking and running his mouth. But you know, he's one of them boulets. God, what is his name? See, when I forget you, I make it my business to forget you until it's time to see you again. But Martin, you know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that's what the first one looked like him. You know what I'm saying? Then they had Judge Joe Brown, still call him a judge, on Valuetainment. I haven't watched it. It's supposed to be a long one. I can just imagine what his old ass is talking about. Probably going off about some children and stuff like that, and the people he had in front of him, heroes and villains. Exactly. Always prescribed like religion in the world. And some of them are purely made up. Purely made up. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lloyd. We are woke. I'm back to learn to listen. Oh, beloved, then sit back, silencio, and enjoy. If you got a question or something, maybe people in here can actually hit you. It's crazy how there are ancient Buddha statues in Afghanistan back in the state, and Muslims are destroying them. They're too stupid to know the truth. I'm not saying it to be harmful or hateful, because I got a lot of Muslim brothers I know, but they are ignorant, just like a lot of people. Religion, if they would take the time to study where religion originates, but the problem is when you have the Great Library, which was over here, when you want to talk about the Acropolis and the Great Library of Egypt, over here. And that's why the Vatican has been usurping them on ships for so long, over 50 miles. Okay? There's no secret other than the fact that most people don't know, and those of us who have recall, we don't need them. But yeah, you Six Boss, you're correct. Religion built their false history on top of our history and strayed dates from their chronology. Exactly. Ergo, while I was reading the certain things, I was paying attention, beloveds. I love it. The attack of women Buddha. Yeah, nobody even seen those female Buddhas. And they make them out to be something else. The destroyer and all that. They were Buddhas. And they were all actually together. Look, man, in the Valley of the Kings over here, people don't even know about the Titan statues. They couldn't wait to bury those or destroy them or melt them down to make weapons. This is some... Look into it. Look into it. Look into it, man. There were statues, man. The Titans had statues like we had those. They had statues that were just... They fell off into the oceans, created tsunamis, destroyed islands. I mean, for real. There are more islands and lands out around us than you can even imagine. But if you knew that, come on. Shout to High. What's going on, beloved? Star dates from their made up chronological dates. Yeah, you got that right. You got that right, Indigo. Oneness is what we need. Jonathan Wellfeld, what's going on, beloved? What's happening? Y'all hit them likes, man, so we can get this out there. Scott, what's going on, beloved? What's happening, Akam? And if it's spoken of, they will never be able to hear it, for they are blind. It's not. They believe they're free to do whatever. No, they're contingent to being held to stay in that consort, to keep doing what they're doing. Because there's other things that's going to happen, man. And there's no way around it. There's other things that's going to happen. A lot is going to be destroyed. So what? That's bigger. They even write about it themselves and they don't even know it. One times one. A plus B equals B1. They say can't be one. Yeah, that's what they say, and they say a whole lot. And they say we're not the orthodox people too. And they call that the White House, and it's the Franklin House. And last I know, the real Franklins is niggas, because that's the only Franklins I know. But that's a whole nother dynamic. We already went over and covered. You know what I'm saying, child? We already covered the handoff, the change out, going based upon their 19th century. The reconstructive period, the Reconstruction era, they want people to believe that all the way up until 45, that from 1865, 66, 67, when we were rebuilding everything, we were rebuilding everybody, not some fake Italians, not some Mongols, we ain't seen them nowhere, none of them. We were rebuilding everything. Reconstruction era, and then the handoff, and all the first ladies that were in the Franklin House were Negro, and they had to go in there and give them some brush strokes. Man, can't make this stuff because the pictures are still out here. Unless they're going to get rid of them now. I told you, Biden administration, these liberals, how's he still? He's no president of nothing. He's a president of a corporation. He ain't no king, no Khan. He ain't no leader of nothing. He's the last wayward ass goofy. All right? That's what they needed in the system. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, spot on. What is ancient Babylon connection to all of this, like Sumerian mythology? I'm reading Sumer. I've been going over that. And it's not a big puzzle. It's not a big, you got to put the puzzle pieces together. We have to take baby steps because a lot of people got a lot of information, and most of the information is from the enemies. You know, it has everything to do with the fall of Atlantis, the New Age, and then all of a sudden a reset as far as what's been spoken of in secret, and a speeding up of each reset to establish and define the grounds to see how fast a certain group of people wake up. And what it is they want to get rid of us completely. But there's a problem with that. Whether we found here, we came here in regards, but the land was cultivated and established for us to mitigate. It's falling because we're not, and everybody else think they're the mitigators. They think they're the ones that control the narrative. We were the only ones really steeped in a harmonic balance here because we established that. With many other help, with many other hands to assist and help. The fall of the Titans, that's something that's beyond the scope of, that's beyond. That's not to be even gathered or worried about. So Sumer, in relationship to ancient known things, what we consider ancient, aren't that ancient at all. Every time something happens, deluge, mudslides, mountains forming in a matter of days and weeks, and then they give us some fake millionaire history, destruction on a cataclysmic, like when we're talking about weapons, we always believe nuclear. They had to come here to get that. And then hydrogen, Medusa weapons, and thermal hyperbaric, and so many others. There are many other weapons that haven't been utilized yet. Okay? There are ships that fly overhead you know nothing about. There are things, and it's all weapons. The problem is we're not going to defeat them with weapons. You can kill off your fellow brothers and sisters in their ignorance. It don't matter what crayon color they are. They're too stupid to know better. Why am I reading about Mars and other lands based upon beyond the Antarctic wall? Oh, don't you see that happening right here? Why is it so hard to catch on instead of just being entertained by reading, but really paying attention to certain key words? You see what I'm saying? I can't say everything. I just can't. But yeah, it's an excellent question, Indigo Flame Blower. Sumerian, it's ours, regardless. It is ours. Scythian, all that. Sanskrit originate from? Sanskrit. Hold on, let me see if I got this little. Let me see if I got these notes about that. Hold on. Sanskrit is a classical language belonging to the Indo-Aryan branch of the Indo-European languages. And we are very aware that the true Caucasian Aryan race was a Negro race based on what? Algonquin Atlantean people. And Cree and Cherokee, which alludes to the one and the same. People who speak a different language. But there's so much more to it. I'm not going to get into it. There's so much. Tetragrammaton or the tetranagram. Yes, yes. Hey, what's going on, Charles Maturin in the 2nd century? America, modern India, Asia Superior. Remember, Hindustan didn't become India until 1954. This is not made up. This is real stuff. Or 48, between 48 and 54, the Pearl of Jakarta. Make America Indians great again. You got dang right. Well, we're already great. Most people are ignorant to it because they believe they're great and they ain't done nothing, have accomplished nothing, have made nothing except for took everything we did and make a weapon. Like, what the fuck is that all about? You know? But hey, look, it's good. I love having y'all in here, man. It was a great piece. I said I wasn't putting no time on it. That something's not right with that pair. So you saw me burping and everything. My body was going through some little heats and flashes. I'm like, oh, dumbasses. But I'm not gonna say nothing else to that. Was it Wanda Robinson? Hey, what's going on, beloved? Well, it's been going for an hour, so I'm gonna get ready to shut it down. Like I said, we're gonna come back at 4:30. I'm about to make some mushroom pasta with some basil pesto sauce. Get that in me. Get a little more iodine. You know what I mean? No breads, no butters, no nothing. That pear really pissed me off, man. That really pissed me off. I know fruit, grew it all my life, and something was not right with that one. But anyhow, resettled in Europe over 10 to 15 years ago, serpent priest. And people have a hard time when you say we're the serpent people. How do they push you away from that? They create a false narrative talking about the snake, but then they give you a whitewashed Noah. At least they could. There's been plenty of albinos with afros who could have played Noah beautifully. But ergo, listen to this. Even Ham was a pale skin. You can't make this shit up. Oh, hold on. Stop. He's crawling on my shoelace. Anyway, the snake was used to what? Pass down things, right? The snake skin. And the bad guy took it, right? Dragons are real, people. You just can't get in touch with them because what's one thing they say about in the little movies they make, the little idiots, right? They can't be around those who are greedy, selfish, you know, the 7 deadly sins. All they do is destroy you. Why would a dragon in this righteous state? But they'll give you Krillin and Goku. Get the Dragon Balls, right? What is thy wish? Because Goku's righteous dude. I'm just saying, y'all pay attention. If you think it's just, if you think Zionism is about some fake Jews, man, you've totally lost, man. Let me read something. I love doing this, and I can't wait to see what comes from this, man. Spelled it wrong. Why is it doing that? Jesus Christmas. All right, let me see. Okay. It's not pulling it up now. They're really doing their work hard. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. A lot of y'all know that it's a perversion. All right, so that's all we're gonna say, and they'll say whatever they're gonna do and make up whatever lie. Theodor Herzl was the founder of the modern Zionist movement. We're talking about 1896. Like I said, it's not new. I mean, it's not old. Pamphlet der Judenstaat. He envisioned the founding of a future independent Jewish state during the 20th century. Now, do I need to go back into Arthur Koestler's 13th tribe to break down the truth of a missing time frame where there's some added in period of time? I always said 500, 800 to make it a little polite and dainty. It's 1,000 goddamn years per se. I'm telling you, this is not 2023. And it's not 2016 either, people. All right? It's not. Okay? How to Train Your Dragon. Excellent one, Rondo. They're down in the real far south. You know, Terra Infinita. You goddamn right, beloved. And they're flying around outside of us, too. Show your mental I don't have to fight you physically because you fight yourself and everybody else. Damn right. Anyway, so I said, let me pull it up. They didn't think to clean that up. Zionism is a fraud. It's a perversion. Israel is a perversion. It's not a real place. It's antagonist, a plateau of liars. It's the crux and the crippling factor of the world. While they're over there genociding their half fucking bloodline. Make it make sense. I mean, wasn't the First World War to call the sack? To cut away the potatoes? They said three cousins. How do you get three cousins to fight? Well, they didn't do the fighting. They got all their little minions to fight. And a lot of that fighting got rid of the original damn people, the last bout. Now, I'm just saying, I don't know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. We can all be wrong. I don't know, man. One thing I don't push is violence because that's not the answer. Oh, it's a requirement, but it's not the answer. Okay? Y'all need to know who you are and what you stand upon. Okay? Seriously. All right? Appreciate the donations. I ain't looking until Friday, unless it comes down. And then if Friday come along, there's enough. We're gonna order them books, and I'm gonna show you. Hey, look what we getting, y'all. I might show you. I like to show them the books to you. Y'all saw me sitting here. I was reading, and this little cat's poot. This little thing poot, and I was like, I'm getting ready to pick it ass up and throw him with them Chinese lippers, right? Oh, okay. It's better out than in. So let me get a picture of this little stinking mouth. Usually cats will walk away when they gotta let one rip. Anyway, that's why I shared the picture. And some fruit, you know, some veggies or whatever you call it. I got a whole lot more I want to share, but I'll do it slowly. Anyway, let's get over here. I'm gonna relax a little bit. Make sure I ain't gotta take no charcoal. You know what I'm saying? Theodor Herzl. Reynolds. Bam. Thank you for all your. Oh, no, appreciate you. It's the information is not mine. It's you know what I'm saying, but I appreciate that. The information is out there. It's just how we look at it. A lot of times we ignore it because they have everybody pressed with all the poisons they keep blanketing in the air, and don't give it strength, in the water, in the soil, in the food. The moment they took over all the food, why do you see right now? How many of y'all see it? Signature. One brand for everything taken over. How's anybody all right with that? Who said that was okay to do that? Now I don't have nothing nice to call this fake thing with its 3 or 4 different carbon copies, work masks and costumes. Wants to control the internet. They already controlling. They watching. They got their little pallbearers to run back and tell them that's what they are. They're going to be the pallbearers if they make it right. They run back. They don't want to see me too soon. They don't want to see me too soon. Anyway, they run back and it's all analytical and analyzing. They hold it flag and all that goofy shit. When they were flagged a long time ago, some of them before they even popped off their fake ass daddy's testicles. Anywho, let me get over here because I might start saying things, so I'm ready to get it cracking. Y'all need to have love. When I say love, I ain't playing. You really, really need to have love. And I'm talking about there's only one kind. I'm very, very serious. Y'all really, 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 damn, how many times can I say, y'all truly need to learn what love is again. I'm looking at these young women who became young mamas. And how they're whipping on their daughters. And how their daughters are so chemically lobotomized. The pain, the suffers. It's nothing like what we went through, but it's arduous. We didn't have therapists and everything. The food was still pretty decent. It was fucked up, but it was more decent than it is now. Everybody runs to Chick-fil-A and Burger Kill and this, that, and other. Since their inception, they were toxic. That's what needs to be spread. And you don't have to sit there beating people in the head with a book going, no, this is it. When you say something and you share it, the seed is already planted. But now how do you go about watering that seed? Do you do it with antagonism, hate, a petrified state of existence, violence? No. That will not work for you all. But to protect that coven, you have to have a coven. You have to tribe the fuck up. And we're not talking about on these goofy ass platforms. When are y'all gonna start singing, we're moving on up? Let me get off of here, because I'll say too much. Thanks, Lord. You're breaking it down. He's digging and pulling it. Peace and prosperity alike. Or the destiny of man. Justice we were raised from mother's primordial waters. Exactly. One and the same as the earth. And even that has been poisoned. Frequencies. All right? From the Lam to the Hum. We don't push violence. We don't have to antagonize. Speak our peace. And that's the sum of that. All right? Love y'all.